Now let us consider a plane mirror, and when it is rotated by an angle theta, then the reflected ray will be rotated by an angle of 2 theta. So that is what we are going to prove here. Rotation of mirror concept. If mirror is rotated, if mirror is rotated by an angle theta, if the mirror is rotated by an angle theta, then reflected ray, then reflected ray will be rotated, will be rotated by an angle, by an angle 2 theta in the same sense. So in the same sense means in the same direction as the mirror is rotated. Suppose the mirror is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, then the reflected ray also rotates in the anti-clockwise direction. If the mirror is rotated in the clockwise direction, then the reflected ray is also rotated in the clockwise direction. Now here the necessary condition is that when incident ray is fixed. So here whatever we are writing, if the mirror is rotated by an angle of theta, then reflected ray rotates by an angle of 2 theta in the same sense when incident ray. This is possible only when incident ray is fixed. Now let us see the proof for this one here. A simple proof here. Now let us consider a completely mathematical part. Now let us consider this is a mirror which is placed along the horizon. Right. So this is a plane mirror. Now let us consider this one is the incident ray here. Incident ray. O is the point of incidence. At the point of incidence, let us draw a normal. So this is a normal. Right. Let us consider this normal as n prime. What is this one? This is nothing but the normal, which is drawn at the point of incidence. Now, suppose let us consider I is the angle of incidence, angle made by the incident ray with the normal. So due to reflection phenomenon, the ray OB is reflected. So OB is the reflected ray. It makes an angle of reflection R. Now here, according to the laws of reflection, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Now, now here, this plane mirror, let us consider this plane mirror as a PQ. Plane mirror as PQ. Now, I am going to rotate this mirror in the anti-clockwise direction by an angle of theta. Right? By making the incident ray fixed. Remember, this incident ray is fixed. I am not changing the position of the incident ray. Right? I am rotating the mirror here. Now suppose the mirror is rotated. The mirror is rotated. So here the mirror is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction. In the anti-clockwise direction, I am taking it as the theta here. So by which angle it has been rotated in the anti-clockwise direction? By an angle of theta. Right? Okay. Now, the position of the normal also changes. Actually here, suppose this is a plane mirror, this one will be the normal, perpendicular to the plane mirror. Now, if the plane mirror it is rotated by an angle of theta, then the normal also rotates by an angle of theta. So let us see what is the new position of the normal here. So let us consider this is the new position of the normal. Right. So this is the new position of the normal. Okay. If the mirror is rotated by an angle theta, then normal also rotates by an angle of theta here. So this is theta. Okay. Now what is the new angle of incidence? Means after rotating the mirror, what is the new angle of incidence? Before rotating the mirror, what is the angle of incidence? I is the angle of incidence. Now after rotation, angle made by the incident ray with the normal, this is nothing but angle of incidence we have to take here. So what will be the new angle of incidence? If this point is I, the total angle I minus theta. So this is nothing but I minus theta. Then angle of reflection should be also I minus theta. So this is the total R here. So we have to take R minus theta, right? Because after rotation, the mirror, the reflected ring has changed its position as OB prime. Now what is the new angle of reflection? If R is the angle of reflection, if R is the angle of reflection before rotating the mirror, then what is the new angle of reflection? Whatever the angle of incidence is there, according to the laws of reflection, angle of reflection will be the same. Means I minus theta, or else we can write it as the R minus theta. So this is R minus theta. Are you getting? And mirror. So here the mirror is rotated by an angle theta. So therefore the normal also rotates by an angle theta with the previous one. So therefore the new angle of incidence is I minus theta and the new angle of reflection is R minus theta. So here we have to find out with what angle the reflected ray is rotated. This is what we have to find out. Is that clear? Okay. Now we have to calculate this angle. We have to find out the angle of this one. Here the total angle will be R with the normal, right? Okay. So first of all, we have to find out what is this angle here. So what will be the angle here? This will be the R minus theta. So therefore it is R minus 2 theta. So this is the angle between ON and OB prime, R minus 2 theta. So therefore the angle between the OB and OB prime will be, this is the total angle R minus of. So what is this angle here? This is nothing but R minus of R minus 2 theta. So therefore it is equal to R minus R plus 2 theta. So therefore it is equal to 2 theta. So if the mirror is rotated by an angle of theta, so I am rotating the mirror in the anti-clockwise direction here. This is in anti-clockwise direction. Therefore the reflected ray also rotates in anti-clockwise direction. If I rotate the mirror in the clockwise direction by an angle theta, then the reflected ray also rotates by an angle of 2 theta in the clockwise direction. Is that clear? So this is about the rotation of mirror. If the mirror is rotated by an angle theta, then the reflected ray will be rotated. Then the reflected ray will be rotated by an angle of 2 theta in the same sense, anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction. When the incident ray is fixed, it is fixed. Now depending on this one, let us do a small problem. ఒక చిన్న ప్రాబ్లం చేద్దాం నాన్న దీనిపైన. ప్రాబ్లం అర్థమైందా? కాన్సెప్ట్ అర్థమైందా? మిర్రర్ ని మనం θ అనే యాంగిల్ తో రొటేట్ చేస్తే రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ రే ఎంత యాంగిల్ తో రొటేట్ అవుతుంది? 2 θ అనే యాంగిల్ తో రొటేట్ అవుతుంది ఇన్ ద సేమ్ డైరెక్షన్. అంటే మిర్రర్ ని మనం ఏ డైరెక్షన్ లో అయితే రొటేట్ చేసామో అదే డైరెక్షన్ లో రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ రే కూడా రొటేట్ అవుతుంది విత్ an angle of 2 θ. Is that clear? An angle of 2 theta. కానీ కండిషన్ ఏంటి ఇక్కడ ఇన్సిడెంట్ రే ని మనం ఫిక్స్ గా తీసుకోవాలి ఇన్సిడెంట్ రే ని మనం ఫిక్స్ గా తీసుకోవాలి ఓకే డిపెండింగ్ ఆన్ దిస్ వన్ ఏ స్మాల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ హియర్ ఒక చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ప్రాబ్లం చూద్దాం let us consider this is a plane mirror right and this is the normal and this is the incident ray AO is the incident ray and here OB is the reflected ray angle made by the incident with the horizontal it is equal to some 30 degrees angle angle made by the incident with the horizontal is 30 degrees now here the question is that question ఏంటంటే by what angle the reflected ray by what angle the reflected ray has to rotate such that has to rotate such that the reflected ray by what angle the mirror has to rotate by what angle the mirror has to rotate such that reflected ray becomes vertical by what angle the mirror has to rotate such that the reflected ray becomes vertical question అర్థమైందా సార్ ఇక్కడ మనం యాంగిల్ చేసేటప్పుడు by what angle the mirror with the horizontal this is with the horizontal తో ఎంత యాంగిల్ తో రొటేట్ చేస్తే రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ రే వచ్చేసి వర్టికల్ గా అవుతుంది అనేది క్వశ్చన్ now see here the solution చూద్దాం ఒకసారి క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటి this is the incident ray AO is the incident ray and this point is the OB here OB is the reflected now what is the angle of incidence ఇది 30 అయితే ఇది ఖచ్చితంగా ఎంత అవుతుందన్న 90 minus 30 is equal to 60 degrees అవుతుంది అంటే యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ రిఫ్లెక్షన్ కూడా 60 డిగ్రీస్ కదా రైట్ ఇప్పుడు క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటి ఈ రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ రే ని మనం ఏం చేయాలంట వర్టికల్ గా తీసుకురావాలంట అంటే ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో తీసుకురావాలంట అంటే ఇప్పుడు రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ రే ని మనం ఎంత యాంగిల్ తో రొటేట్ చేయాలన్నా 60 degrees తో రొటేట్ చేయాలి is that clear so therefore here the reflected ray has to rotate by an angle 2 theta then sorry angle 2 theta means here by an angle of 60 degree has to rotate by an angle of 60 degree which is equal to 2 theta right which is equal to 2 theta then the mirror has to rotate by an angle theta by 2 right if the mirror is rotated by an angle theta then if the mirror is rotated by an angle theta then the reflected ray rotates by an angle of 2 theta now here the reverse concept here the reflected ray is rotated by an angle 2 theta therefore the mirror has to rotate by an angle of 30 degrees okay so what will be the diagram let us see the diagram here if this one indicates the horizontal here and this is the mirror position so therefore mirror has to rotate by an angle of 30 degrees right so therefore This is the normal, and this one is the reflected ray, and this one indicates the incident ray. So AO is the OB is the reflected ray. So now what will be the angle of incidence? Now what will be the angle of incidence on the surface? ఇక్కడ angle of inclination ఎంతైతే ఉంటుందో అంతే ఉంటుందా? By mathematical we can prove this one 30 degrees. Is that clear? So this is a simple example.